everyone, today I've come on to do the final flip through of the Alice Journal Mark 1 because I've got another one to make now. It is a real gator mouth. So let's see. You've seen this page a few times and I've added a few tags into the big pocket behind that picture. You've seen this a few times as well. I have been through it and tweaked it a bit and added a few extra pieces, and yeah, there's a little tuck there. Loving these tucks. And then I did change that pocket so I could fit that tag in. I love that tag. And then I love this page. I put some black ribbon on as suggested by the lovely Darlene. I've got that page that I love how this is, I turned it into a pocket, but it's like the cards are all sort of blowing away, and then inside that pocket I did put this picture. Love that, and then there's an envelope there that can be opened up and written on and popped back in again. Yeah, there we go. Let's get it in there. There we are. And then we've got this lovely queen again on that. That's one of my favourite tags. And it says the poem, The Queen of Hearts Made Some Tarts. Yeah. And then I've got a couple of these. Is it two there? Oh no, there's only one. I've got that in there as well. And then I've got a little notebook there, look. Little notebook. And that fits into that tuck spot, which is another one of my favourites. I love them tuck spots. Got a writings page there. I love this journal so much. And then we've got just a picture there. On the bottom of this page we've got, you must be mad or you wouldn't have come here. And then there is a key. And then over the page we have got another pocket with the Mad March hair. Love that version of him. And we've got a tag in there that I've made, and we've got a folded piece of paper that can be written on both sides and inside. So a lovely big journaling spot there. This page also can be written on with the roses. Love that roses stencil. And then another black ribbon down there. Over here we have a folio which is held on with a decorated paper clip. Yeah, and in here you can fold the paper out and you can write on that side and on that side. So it's a very handy little folio for jotting things down on there. And then there's lots of room on this page. Look how lovely that is. I love those pictures. Love them. Love this journal so much. Then over here we've got a little envelope flip with these pictures on. I really liked these pictures. And then at the back we've got writing space there and writing space on the back of each envelope. And inside each envelope there is also writing space. Look at that. Beautiful pictures. I absolutely love them. And then we've got that one. And then we've got this one, the Mad Hatter. Love, love, love. We've got more stenciling here for writing on. And then over the page we've got my pop-up, which has got a bit crinkled. Yeah, she's gone a bit crinkled, but she's still beautiful. I think she's still beautiful. She is, yeah, she's still beautiful. And then on this page we have another pocket. In the bottom here we've just got these pink pictures of, sure there's two there, there's the Mad Hatter and there is the Queen in court. Twinkle, twinkle, said the Hatter. And that goes into there like that. And then in the back pocket there is a bookmark if you wish. And there is a little tag which you can write inside with mushrooms on it and the Cheshire Cat. We've got a little dormouse in his cup there, and that page can be written on. Over here we have a folio with this little tied up bit that I put on there. And you can put something in here. Well, there is something in there. Look, there's a tag in the front there. There's a tag in here that can be written on. There's a tag in this one that can be written on. There is a tag in here that can be written on. Yeah, you get the gist. There are lots of tags. This was made on a Folio Friday by the lovely Carla. Carla Creates. I'll pop the link to Carla's channel in the description box. Yeah, that folio was made using one of her tutorials. Then we have a plate of tarts on that page. Over here we have an open out piece just for fun. Yeah, it says Queen's Garden, and it's got the crown. It's got a hedgehog that they used as a ball when they were playing croquet. Then over the page we've got another fancy page. This one is another pop-up one, look, and it's got a little page there, and it's got a frog with a letter there. It's got Alice with a flamingo. It's got the Queen, and it's got the Mad Hatter. I actually really like that page. And then I put all these other characters around it. Then on this page we have a flippy bit. And inside we've got this version of the Queen with Alice. We've got this big tag that can be written on. Yeah. And then you can flippy flop it down. Oh, you can if you can get the tag back in. Like this. And then in here we've got a tag that... Can it be opened up? Yeah, it can be opened up. And then I think there's also a card that can be written on as well. So yeah, and then this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. We have a writing page here. Begin at the beginning and go on until you come to the end. Then stop. Love this pocket as well. And inside that pocket I have popped a goose and I have popped an Alice. Yeah, love that, absolutely love it. And it's just made from scraps. We've got another version of the Mad Hatter there. I love how it's all mixed up, you know, all different versions. This is a Halloween one, and in here we have got some postcards. Well, a postcard there. We've got that picture there, which is from the Halloween version. And then we've got this here, which is like some adverts. And they can all be written on. And they are popped into the back of there to leave that lovely picture. Then on here, we've got another one of my favourite sort of pockets. The tuck one, like that. And then on here, we've got the Mad Hatter. And then we've got the Cheshire Cat and an envelope that can be opened up and can be written on and closed again. That is one of those hardboard tags, which I love. I love the hardboard tags. Yeah, have you guessed? I love everything. You know what I'm like. Oh, I love it, I love it. And then we've got this, which is a notebook made out of playing cards, and inside I've put just coffee dyed paper. That coffee dyed paper was made for me by my lovely friend Zoe. Yeah, and then we've got a little writing page there. Over here we have a belly band, and inside the belly band we have got a folio, another folio, and in each pocket is a writing space. So there's that one, there's this one, and there's this one with the Cheshire Cat on. Yeah, that's light enough to be written on. I was just wondering about that then, but it is, yeah. Then we've got this one here. This is a piece of fabric to give a little bit of texture. And then on the back we've got a couple of little tags there, just popped in for fun really. So that's that. And also a little seal on the front of that one. Then we've got that. I love these pages. I love it all, honestly. I love this journal. I have this belly band, and it has a little card that can be written on in there. And then, of course, it is a flippy, flappy belly band. I love that. Do it slowly and it'll do it properly. That one's gone a bit... There we are. And then over here I've done this stenciling and a bit of tearing of the pages just to give that lovely effect. So this side can be written on, both sides, that bit there can be written on, the whole part of that can be written on, all of that can be written on if you want to write on it. Then here we've got We're All Mad Here, and it can be opened up. It's held down with Velcro, and inside is a pocket with some little tags in it. Little tags, there's a little round mushroom there. It's full of little things, this one is. And then there is a little writing spot there as well. Yeah. And I put a door and a key onto that one. And there's a little mushroom there, and this can be written on too. We're all mad here, it says. And then this one, if you take this out, you're left with that page like that. I love all these stickers, and I love the shape of these. These are cut out on my die cutting machine, and then they're glued down. This one's glued, is it glued down? No. This one has Velcro, and you can open it up to see the swirly pattern there. Inside it is another folio inspired by the lovely Carla from Carla Creates. So you can open it up like that and like that. It has tags in there. It has a journaling card in there which can be written on. Yeah, the tags too can be written on. And then this one can be written on also. That one is like a pocket. Well, it's not like a pocket, it is a pocket. That one is a pocket. Every adventure requires a first step. And then there is also a tag in here, not a tag, a journaling card in there. And there is, oh, get in there, journaling card and there's also one in the middle there. So quite a few in there. That one's the March hare. He's actually upside down, which is annoying me now. He's got to go the right way. Put him in the right way. There we go. I think that is that one. Yes. Yeah. And just so you don't, break these. I made the middle one Velcro. So. Oh. Nothing wants to go back in today. See? And then you can pop that into the bottom one like that. I didn't try and force it into the top one because I think that might break. But yeah, you can put things up into the top one, down into the bottom one. Or, I could have put it up into the top one and fastened it in rather than putting it in the bottom. Yeah. Then we've got that as a writing page with a little picture there. Then we've got this part, which is like a hidden writing spot there. This bit can be written on, and then it makes that pretty rose page there again. Then over here we have a pocket and another pocket. So there's little cards in there. These are from the Halloween part of the Alice, one of the Halloween kits I've got. So you could write on here. Like I say, there's a big pocket there, and it has this on it, which was inspired by the lovely Carla Creates. And that is my pocket. I love that pocket. I made a little dangle on it with some keys on it. And then inside we've got a little card there to write on. I love this set. And this part here can move up and down. Cheshire Cat, and inside there we've got Alice and some cards. Yeah, I love that. And then this part opens out both this way and this way, and there is a picture inside there, and there are writing spots there and there. Then there is a journaling card in the back here, and that is, look at that, love that. I absolutely love that version of the March hare. It's a girl one, look. So let's pop that in there. Yeah. On the back here we have another belly band and another little writing spot there, and then another one of these open out things, and inside there we've got the little Cheshire Cat there, and oh, I don't know whether, yeah, that must be the Red Queen with all the cards. Yeah, so very busy that one is, but it goes in there like that. And then this one, we've got a tuck spot on the front again, and that is Alice in the chair. And then you can write on these. They've all got backs on that can be written on, and they're little tags. The secret, Alice, is to surround yourself with people who make your heart smile. It's then, only then, that you'll find Wonderland. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. So there we are, Alice in her chair. And I love these pages. I really wanted to use. And then in this pocket we have got Welcome to Wonderland, and they are I think they're rub-ons, but they don't come off very well. They could be those things, you know, that you put on a glass, because I actually do really like those and I use them quite often. So there's the Cheshire Cat, there's Alice, there's the hare, and there's the Queen on there. And then we've got this picture of Alice, which I really love, and it is a postcard and can be used as a postcard, or you can use it in your journaling. Then we have this little notebook, which is little different mushroom pages that can be written on both sides because they're backed onto white card. Covered up the staples with a little bit of washi tape. Then over the page we've got this beautiful version of, I think it's the Red Queen, you know. And then this one, it opens out like this. I didn't want to ruin this lovely big postcard, so I taped it on like that. And then in here we've got this pocket with cards on. And then here we've got some cards that I made. There's the back of them, so they can be written on if you desire. And there's the front of them, and they close like a concertina, and you pop them into there. Yeah, and then it closes by flipping the paper postcard underneath that, the skirt of that queen. Then over here we've got this tag which says Wonderland on it, and in there we've got a couple of versions of the Cheshire Cat. This is the Cheshire Cat page. And then over here we've got him in here, look. We've got a pocket made using different versions of the Cheshire Cat. Then we've got that little one, that little Cheshire Cat picture. We've got a little Cheshire Cat tag, and we've got a Cheshire Cat notebook. This lovely, it was cut out on my die cut machine. I love this. I love it. I'm going to make a few of these, I think, because I absolutely love them. Yeah. Love that Cheshire Cat as well. So this was my dedicated Cheshire Cat spread. Then over the page we have a little decorated corner there and a writing space. We've got a maze there, love that. And then on here we've got Alice with the cards, and of course we have got the Queen, and we have got a red wax seal. Then over the page we have this, look at that, isn't that beautiful? And inside this pocket we have a little, let me show you, you have to open the door with this is the door. Do it carefully now. And then take the ribbon out of one side. And when you pull the ribbon up comes a little box. And in the box are lots of little goodies. There's little pansy there, there's a little handkerchief, a key, trial number 2 ticket, all sorts of things in there is that you could use to decorate your journal if you choose to. And then you can fasten it back up again by threading the ribbon back through and tying it into a bow or a knot. It's entirely up to you, but yeah, I did quite like that, and I was quite pleased with myself that I managed to make one. Yeah. Daft as a brush is what I am. Daft as a brush. There we go. That's that. Oh, come through, come through. There we go, and that fits very nicely into that pocket there. There we go. And then we have a writing page with mushrooms at the bottom. Look at that at the top, I love that. It looks like a little banner, doesn't it? Over here we have another little belly band, and inside that we've got a little fold out card shaped thingy with pictures of Alice on and mushrooms, and then that folds up nicely like that, and you can pop it in behind the other 2 card shaped thingies. We have another Cheshire Cat on this page and a writing page. Over here we have another writing page, and then we have this, which I'm very proud of. You can see all the layers. There's 4 layers, and on each layer there are different things peeking out for you to see. And then on the top there's the Queen, there's the Mad Hatter's hat, there's a flamingo, a teacup, a crown, and Alice. Love that. And it says down the rabbit hole at the top there. And over the page we have a colouring page of the... This is from colouringbookfun.com, and it was a free printable. And you can see this is the caterpillar sitting on a mushroom smoking his pipe. And then over here we have some of the paper that I tore off earlier on in the book to make a pretty page edge. We have another writing page there. We have our writing board here. And then finally, on the last page, we have a big pocket that's been decorated. This was from a napkin and can be written on. This is a Drink Me one with Alice on. And here again, we have a different version of the caterpillar. And then, yeah, this is your writing board. You can put it under the page and write. It makes the surface smooth for you. So that is my huge gator mouth Alice journal. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.